Hello, online students. This is Dr. Buer coming to you from my home on Memorial Day. I hope you're enjoying the time off, and I especially hope that you have some rest and relaxation planned. I'm going to have a barbecue this afternoon with the New Testament department over at Dr. Hall Harris's house. It looks like it's going to rain all afternoon, so we'll be indoors and not in the pool, but hey, life goes on. I wanted to come to you with our current weekly video just to check in and let you know what's going on this week, and just to let you know how things are going for me. I was at the conference this weekend for Grace Bible Church Albuquerque. We were at a conference and retreat center in the south of the state, and I really enjoyed seeing New Mexico. I've never traveled in New Mexico before, so it was really pretty, and I enjoyed the time away. I spoke on the gospel in Galatians. Since I've been doing so much work in Galatians, I thought that was a good fit, and I felt like the messages were well received. I felt like the Spirit was working in people's hearts, so I was really appreciative of this weekend. So it's good to be back, though, and I hope that you are enjoying the class and that everything's going well for you. In NT103 right now, obviously we are working on the practice of textual criticism. We've got these little assignments along the way. Those are designed to get you into the method. They're designed to help you solve any problems you may have before we begin. And clearly we're working towards the paper on Ephesians 2:21. But earlier this spring, the New Testament department decided to change the paper assignment in this class. What we are now going to do, instead of having you write a free-form paper, I've developed a worksheet and a summary that I want you to use. And so what I want to do now very quickly is to show you that document and talk you through it very quickly. The purpose of this worksheet is to walk you through every part of the method and then help you write the summary. You can see on the first sheet it's simply an intro and an explanation, so I encourage you to read that, but I'm going to cover that also at this point. What you'll see here on the worksheet is that we have every part of the method delineated, and essentially what you need to do is make sure that you have something here for every part of the method. For example, you'll notice that for internal evidence I'm putting out all four subsets that you need to cover: transcriptional, in intentional and unintentional, and then intrinsic and context and style. What I want you to do is to make sure that you investigate every single one of those areas and that you put some sort of data down here in this worksheet to show that you've thought this through. For example, you might say that for transcriptional probability, it's very likely that the scribe made an error because there's some letters that look very similar here, and you'll offer a quick explanation. This isn't meant to be the full prose explanation, but it's just the raw data to show that you've thought through this particular part of the method. You'll notice also right here at the top that we want you to include the majuscule script examples, and so you can either write those out on a separate sheet and attach it separately as part of the document, or you can include them here. And so we walk through every part of that, including the three canons. We we go through the rating, etc. Then on the second page we go through the external evidence, and again we need something for every single one of these subsets. We start with including a chart. You can either insert a table here within the document, or you can put it on a separate sheet and attach it to the document, and then you have to walk through every one of the external evidence subdivisions, and then you make a final decision and give your rating. And then you'll notice at the very end we have a final conclusion and then the final rating. So treat this as the exact method that you have to walk through. It may be that for certain parts there's a little bit more to deal with, and so you've got a little bit longer section there. It may be for certain sections there's not all that much to wrestle with, and you would simply need to state that. So the purpose of the worksheet is to walk you through the method, every single step of it, and you have to put something down for every single one of these divisions. Now, you don't have to particularly use this document if you don't want to. If you'd rather reproduce this in a different form, that's absolutely okay. But the point is, follow this worksheet. You have to put something down for every single one of these headings, both on this page with external evidence and then on the prior page with internal evidence. Now, at the very end of the document, what you'll see is a place for the summary. And the summary is a paragraph prose description of the problem, the evidence for the problem, and then your final decision. What you'll notice in the instructions is that we want this no more than half a page, and so it needs to be very concise. You need to focus on the evidence that's critical, and you need to think about how would you express this in a commentary, or perhaps if you were writing in a curriculum and explaining it to teachers or something of that nature. The point is that we want you to show all of the evidence, and then we want you to summarize it and communicate it clearly. So this is the new way we're approaching this. I think it's going to be helpful in learning the method, but also helpful in preparing how to communicate this both within the exegetical papers or a commentary or in another form later on. Okay, that's it for this weekly video. I hope it's been helpful to you. I do hope that you enjoy the time off, and as always, don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. I look forward to interacting with you online, and hope you have a great week.